The recent addition of electric bikes to our fleet of bicycles means that we also need a new bike rack. This is the Hollywood rack, and we installed it yesterday, and we're going to give it a try today. I think that if your relationship can live through installing something with your partner, then you probably can live in a van for an extended period of time. But here's the installation, and then we'll talk more about it, the bike rack.
On the inside that pulls it up tight so it doesn't rattle anymore. It's really neat. It's really good. For example, on our hitch, see where that anti-rattle device is? That's to keep it from moving around. This does the same thing, and you don't have an external attachment. It's pretty slick.
22 inches from the ground to the top of this bar, and then the bottom of the wheels. That measures 28 inches, so we won't have a problem going up and down steep driveways. From the wheel to the back of the door
19.
Is 19 inches. Here we go. The outside of the handlebar is 50 inches. So one of the first things, of course, you do before you load up your electric bikes is to remove the batteries. These are really quite heavy. I can tell your John's Rad bike battery is heavier than this one, just a smidge. They probably weigh, Cyclomatic. They probably weigh 5 or 10 pounds, 7 pounds maybe. They weigh more than a 5-pound bag of sugar. So we're going to go ahead and take these off and now load up the bikes. We did a lot of research before we made the decision to buy the Hollywood. We've had everything from Yakimas to Thules to, what's that new one we have, John? The Aero V-Wing or whatever it's called. Different bikes present different problems. The step-through frames can be problems with some racks. The weight of the bike is an issue. Our other bike racks would not hold a 60-pound electric bike. And sometimes you got these weird varying sizes, and we have that situation with our current bikes where John has a Rad Mini and I have a much smaller bicycle frame. So this one seemed to fit all of our needs, and so we're going to go ahead and load it up and take it down to the beach and give the rack a test ride, and also show you some footage of the beach path. The rack does come with a lock. It's keyed the same as the lock that goes on the hitch. But of course these things can be cut with a wire cutter. In fact, 5 years ago I was downtown in our little community, and I saw a bunch of people standing around a bike rack, and there was a guy with some wire cutters that was working on one of these cables, and it was a cable about this thick. And he kept working on it, and the people had called the police, and they were trying to get him to stop. The guy was obviously high on drugs, and he eventually got it cut all the way through the wire. I grabbed as he pulled the bike out of the rack, I grabbed the back of the wheel and fought him, and he's pulling one direction, I'm pulling another direction, and he got it out of my grip. And then I proceeded to run after him down the street and yell, stop him, he stole a bike, and people thought I said he stole my bike. And before I knew it, some big, huge, burly guy came running out of one of the surf shops and tackled him in the middle of the road and held him down until the police came. So that is my word of caution about these bike racks. They can be cut through with simple wire cutters. One of the nice things about the new stereo that we had installed is that you can go to menu and then hit camera and hit this, and it'll show you the back camera, so you can actually watch the rear camera while you're driving. We finished up our ride with a late lunch, early dinner meal at our favorite Mexican restaurant called Super Mex. So if you're ever in Huntington Beach, look up Super Mex. And I wanted to show you how we have the rack mounted into a Wilco swing hitch. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to get that out of the way. So you just have to release this pin and then pull it, and then just basically just pull it out of the way, and you've got access to the back of your rig. The last thing I want to say is resource related, as far as anything related to bike racks. We find that etrailer is the best. They have instructional videos, they will answer your questions, they show you the ride and how the rack moves on their little test track. and they're very responsive. I think it's pretty much all free shipping, so it's definitely something to look into when you're looking for bike racks. We hope this will be the last bike rack that we need for a very long time. And as usual, if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching.